from the station that's on your side. This is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Multiple surveillance videos show a pack of dogs chasing people in a Barnwell neighborhood just months before 2 people were attacked and hospitalized by dogs belonging to the same owner. We learned from police these dogs are a pack of 19 that live at a home on Country Park Manor. Incident reports from the Barnwell Police Department say Rose Hartzog was walking to work Monday when 5 unrestrained dogs attacked her.
Police reports show a second victim who saw the attack happening ran to help. Police say she was able to get Rose away from the dogs, but she has several bite marks herself now. Our Wrdw live for us in studio, and this isn't the first time there's been issues documented with these dogs.
Yeah, that's right. We sat down with the Barnwell police chief today. He says they have 4 incidents on file involving dogs and the owner of those dogs. None of them involved any other attacks. According to the city ordinance, once the police get 3 complaints on file for the same dog doing the same activity, that's a public nuisance. Police say it's hard for them to know if it's the same dogs in each of these cases. But for the latest 2 victims, all they know is they're recovering from a brutal dog attack. This is the road that Rose Hartzog walks every day to get to Subway, where she's worked for at least 9 years.
She is probably one of the kindest, most caring people I know.
The single mother of 5 was always working to serve.
Anything you need, she's right there. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? And whether she's having a bad day or not, she's got a good word for you. She's very caring.
But on July 18th, surveillance video from a business across the street shows the response of the brutal dog attack. An incident report says Rose was walking on the street to work when 5 dogs ran out of a nearby yard and attacked her. The report explains she was bitten on her legs, arms, hands, face, and back. A nearby person ran over to help Miss Rose and was also bitten on the calf.
This shouldn't have happened.
That's because neighbors and businesses nearby say this has been an ongoing problem. Surveillance video from March 17th shows the dogs sprinting off the property. The business says this was another incident involving Miss Rose.
And I heard a loud scream, like screaming for her life, and there were a couple of dogs attacking her, so I just jumped in front of her.
Here's another incident days later, according to the business. It shows a man walking down the road who is confronted by 2 large dogs. The police chief says there have been 4 other reports filed with the department involving the owner of the dogs. He says they involve the dogs messing with animals in other people's yards.
She is the absolute last person to deserve this.
Now, the police chief says his officers will give out tickets or citations. That's when it goes to a judge to determine if it's considered a nuisance at that point. Then the judge can decide if they want to make the police go and take those animals away. We're also told there hasn't been an animal control officer in the city since February. Instead, they're having every police officer take part as an animal control officer.
Pretty shocking video, and I know you're not done digging into this, Will. Thanks for looking into that. Also today, 10 soldiers injured by a lightning strike at Fort Gordon. Officials say this happened around 11:10 this morning.
Now we're told lightning hit one of the training areas. Fort Gordon's Department of Emergency and Medical Services says they responded to the scene immediately. Right now, it is unclear how bad those soldiers' injuries are, but again, we know 10 soldiers in all were injured. And Riley, you have been looking at lightning strikes in the area right about that time, and there really weren't that many. So this isn't a case of a whole lot of lightning in the area. It's really just a case of bad luck.
Absolutely, Meredith. I mean, all it takes is one strike of lightning to change your life. And with these complex of thunderstorms that moved through earlier this morning, this is looking between 10.
New this evening, the Burke County Sheriff's Office says they're searching for 43-year-old Crystal Simmons. She's wanted for questioning about the disappearance of Simon Powell. Her last name used to be Mundy. They believe she has connections to the Grovetown, Columbia County area, and maybe even possibly Alabama. Powell has been missing for 6 years now. Right now, the only person who's been arrested in his disappearance is this woman, Stacy Welch. She is charged with murder, armed robbery, and kidnapping. So far, deputies have searched in ponds and woods off of Ponderosa Road. and at an undisclosed location. So far, they haven't found any remains. If you have any information in this case, please call the sheriff's office.
Also new tonight, a circuit court decision lifts the injunction on Georgia's 6-week abortion ban. The court's mandate does not go into effect immediately. That'll take about a month. Until then, abortion is still legal up to around 21 weeks of pregnancy, but after that, it all changes. In South Carolina, a similar 6-week abortion ban already in place. Lawmakers met twice, including yesterday, considering even tighter restrictions. In the latest meeting, lawmakers recommended banning abortions completely, with no exceptions, unless the mother's life is in danger. The recommendations still need approval by lawmakers in committee in the State House.
Media days continue today for the SEC, but if I'm being honest, it really should just be the Georgia Bulldogs media day today. Head coach Kirby Smart and several returning players mic'd up today to let fans in on how they plan to defend their national title.
And Bulldog fans, we've had to wait 40 years in between these championships, so you knew all the hype and all the smack talk was coming. I mean, it's 40 years in the making, but we are hoping this time it's just going to be a 365-day wait. Our Alyssa Lyons live for us from Atlanta. So, Alyssa, what's the dog's secret sauce? What is Kirby downplaying? Tell us all the goods.
Yeah, well, I think what's on the table right now is they lost so much in this offseason, and how are they going to make up for it? They lost 8 of their 15 starters on defense to the NFL, 4 defensive backs going into the transfer portal. So, Laura, it's going to be especially hard to get back to this moment.
Out of 33 to 18.
Okay, so yesterday, Keely Ringo turned the pick 6 into a Georgia championship. Laura, you remember they'll be looking to linebackers Nolan Smith, Jr., Tresman Marshall, and Robert Beal to pick up the slack. This is a group that wreaked havoc last year. They held teams to 270 yards and 10 points per game. With a new crew coming in, they need to be on the same page.
Once you have a bunch of guys that buy in and start pulling the rope in the same direction, as we say metaphorically, is you get a lot of guys want to pull that rope in that same direction, and a lot of guys telling people, hey man, that's not right, this is the right thing to do, this is the way to do things, this is the way we do things at Georgia.
We don't like to change our standards, and we know we're going to have a good defense year in and year out. It's just going to be different. We're going to have different strengths and different weaknesses, but no one will certainly be a big part of that.
Well, we know Kirby Smart likes to keep defense a priority. They already recruited top of the country's top 5 defensive backs, including one, Mikael Williams. He starts this season, so will be interesting to see how they fare.
Listen, I would not mind at all perfecting my confetti angel. I think it needs work. So
Okay, sure.
I'm totally down to go back again, but thanks for bringing out that to us, Alyssa. We know that Kirby likes to downplay the chances, so keep it calm. But only a few weeks left until summer break. Another countdown clock that we're on. It's over soon, parents. That might be a good thing for some of us kids heading back to school. In the meantime, COVID cases throughout Georgia are steadily on the rise.
Our Liz Owens live now in the studio to tell us what that means for parents. Liz.
Right, so the state released the latest numbers just 3 hours ago. Richmond County ranks now number 32 out of 161 counties for the highest rate of COVID cases per 100,000. We're in the red. Don't get scared though, we're still way better than, much better than what we were back in January. Now, I wanted to compare cases and vaccination rates among students in Columbia County and Richmond County. So I had to go to Georgia Tech's COVID dashboard, that's where the state sends you. The data was last updated 10 days ago, but parents, you may want to take a look at this.
Richmond County has a 15% vaccination rate for kids 5 to 10 years old. In Columbia County, it's 13%. The case rate for COVID, though, in this age group is higher in Richmond County. 34% of students between the ages of 11 and 13 are vaccinated in Richmond County. 28% are in Columbia County. Again, Richmond County has more COVID cases in this age group than its neighboring county. The highest rate of vaccinated students across both counties, though, are in high school. About half are vaccinated. This age group also has the highest rate of COVID, with Richmond County students surpassing the state average for this age group.
all this mean? More vaccinations, a higher rate in Richmond County, but they have a higher number of COVID cases among that age group. Well, a lot we don't know, but what we do know is that health experts have been saying for a very long time that low income and minorities are more vulnerable to COVID. Poverty rate among children in Richmond County is double the national average, and the population of the student body in Richmond County School District is about 75% Black.
Okay, interesting data and research there, Liz. Thanks for that. New this evening, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office says they are investigating a homicide at the Knights Inn on Boy Scout Road. Deputies say they were called to the scene just before 10:30 this morning. They say the victim is a man who was shot at least once. We've reached out about who that man is and any information on suspects. We'll be sure to let you know when we find out. During the pandemic, we reported on food shortages hurting local families. In the last few months, baby formula shortages have hit even harder.
But WIC is working on ways to change that. By October, Georgia families will be able to use WIC debit cards, which should help them buy products in even more places.
A new WIC mobile program is also rolling out. As our Nick Veland shows us, it brings the care straight to the families who need it.
For Lisa Murray, it was more than just a ribbon being cut.
Oh my gosh.
Every emotion that you can think of. This has been my baby. WIC is my passion and it is my love. And it is a dream. Sometimes I thought that dream was not going to come true.
A grant that was approved in 2019 got halted due to the pandemic. But the plans for a mobile van for WIC stayed strong.
But I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter for those babies. I'm a fighter for those kids and those moms that need us. So that's what I did. I just brushed my shoulders off. I revamped.
This van will go to 13 counties throughout the East Central Public Health District to bring the WIC office to them.
What's inside was exactly what you would expect to see inside of any WIC office within our health department.
Essentials like a desk and scales to provide WIC nutrition assessments, breastfeeding education, and more, which is vital for these communities. With the team behind it all, Lisa is excited to be able to start having outreach events as early as September.
I am extremely grateful, beyond happy, beyond proud, beyond excited of the team that I have and of the unit that we have that will be out serving our public every single day of the week.
Reporting in Augusta, I'm Nick Veland on your side.
If you or someone you know is looking to get help from WIC in Georgia, just head to the Department of Health's website. In South Carolina, WIC information is on DHEC's website. Both names are on the bottom of your screen, and they'll also be linked on our website. Whether you're at a Peach Jam to snap a pic of your favorite player, or you're just there to watch elite basketball, hear from fans on how special this week is.
Time and temp, we all rise.
Good idea, hands-free calls while driving. Bad idea, hands-free.
You deserve.
Another shakeup for the PGA Tour in the last half hour. Augusta's own Charles Howell III announcing the jump to the LIV Tour on Instagram. Howell says as a kid he never would have dreamed of playing 600-plus events for the PGA. Starting next week, Howell will play his first event for LIV in Bedminster.
The entire basketball world is watching this week's Peach Jam in North Augusta. Right now, the game's best young talent is in town showing off their skills.
And while many of the fans are there to see great basketball, others are there to hopefully see basketball greats. Our Sydney Hood shows us the tournament through the eyes of a fan.
Peach Jam is back. And so are the fans. Inside the stands are packed with people from here and there.
I'm from Houston, Texas.
I'm from Atlanta. I'm local, McCormick County.
For some, this is their first tournament.
Yes, this is my first time at Peach Jam.
And others are a household name.
Everybody here know me. Ultimately, everybody know me. When I come in, I only gotta pay.
No matter where you're from or how many games you've attended,
Been coming here for years.
it's the love of the game bringing people together this week.
There's nothing like, watching a basketball game, especially in a packed gym. You just can't beat the atmosphere, the excitement.
And there's plenty of excitement to go around.
What I'm doing here, I'm trying to motivate every person in here. I want to make everybody up the top, I don't want to see nobody down.
Whether you're a player or a fan, the spirit of basketball is alive and well this week at Peach Jam.
I always had a heart for basketball. And So when I see young fellas out here trying to get it like that makes them very special to me.
It's like no other. It's like everybody here is all here for one thing: basketball.
In North Augusta, Sydney Hood on your side.
Such a fun event year after year, and it is so great to have all those fans and all that energy back at Riverview Park.
It is, and then of course spilling over into local businesses. I mean, we're hearing some viewers tell us Carmelo Anthony was eating a burger at Gary's Hamburgers yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, when can you ever get that?
Everyone is on Star Watch this week.
Yep, Peach Jam wraps up Sunday, and if you're in town for Peach Jam, welcome, Riley.
Absolutely. Keep your eyes peeled for the stars and also at the sky as we are tracking some storms in our southern counties. These will be moving north as we head towards sunset. Now, look at the forecast just after the break. Storms into the afternoon. High temperatures, though, getting hotter into the mid-90s.
That'll do it for News 12 at 6 o'clock.
We're back at 7, and then we'll see you again tonight for News 12 at 11.